Summertime. I've been waiting for this time, oh yeah. Soon I stepped in, so now
Hello, welcome to the Black Girl Magic Summit. I am your mentor for today. My name is Cimone and I am the first Black-owned branding and interactive agency located here in Dallas, Texas. If there's anybody in Dallas, shout out in the comment section below, as well as if you're anywhere around the world, just let me know. New York, California, I would love to connect with you via social media. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about myself. Branding is for your business. So anything that you identify with your business for advertising, such as logos, business cards, anything to advertise your business, magazine ads, and then also the interactive part is the web design, digital branding, web banners, like I said, anything to advertise your business. And so I wanted people to immerse themselves within CK Creative Studio, within my brand itself. So whenever you come to Dallas, or if you live here in Dallas, come over to my studio and check it out. We have augmented reality. So the pictures in the back that you see, they actually come to life. So we have Obama, Beyonce, Michelle Obama, Maya Angelou, and we created an app that allows you to interact with them. So they actually jump out of the picture frame and say inspirational words and encouraging words for just any entrepreneur or just anybody within itself. And then we also allow people to use our space for events. And we have a photography area, a podcast booth. It's very interactive. And so like I said, I'm a huge person for branding. And so I really love to touch people's five senses. That is how you gain loyal customers. So branding entails like the five senses. So see, smell, taste, touch, and hear. So if you come to the studio, you will taste, we got Jack Daniel pralines. We have just refreshments for you. We always have, the aroma in here. Just allowing you to have that experience so that you can be an ongoing customer. And so I want to also tell a little bit about myself. Like I said, this is a live session. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I can answer them. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and then I can answer questions afterwards. And so I went into the Art Institute of Dallas. I graduated Art Institute of Dallas within 3 years. Instead of 4. And that's because I really wanted to jump out there into my business, and always knew when I was younger, when I was 16 years old, that I wanted to start my own business because of my dad. He was an entrepreneur, and what stood out to me is his freedom. And he always said, never let anyone tell you how much you're worth an hour. And that really stood to me and stuck out to me. And so I was like, you know what, when I grow up, I want to own my own business. And then my mom, she's the epitome of Black girl magic. I love her so much. She is very strong. She was in the military for 21 years and she's just bold and beautiful. And what I learned from her is to be authentic. I feel like that's what a lot of people come to us, is that we're authentic. We love our culture. We love just everything about us. And we're able to help them target their audience when they're doing branding or wanting some type of logo or anything like that to advertise their business. So like I said, I went to the Art Institute of Dallas for 3 years. And one of the things that I would say that advice that I would give any type of college student is just really don't procrastinate. If you're really passionate about what you're doing, and when I say passionate, it's something that you would do for free, like something that you can do 24/7, something that you're very passionate about. That is your passion, something that you can do every day. And so I wake up every morning and I love what I do, graphic design and web design. And so I would say when you're in college, just be that overachiever. And I used to be teased about that, being an overachiever, but you know what? Back in the day, I used to feel horrible about that when people would call me an overachiever. But what I learned when I kept hearing that, it's a compliment. Like being able to push past the measures that other people are just settling for, like, and it just makes you stand out. And like I said, I've been an overachiever probably since I was a little girl, and so it just allowed me to, like I said, like I've been in business for 6 years. And as you see, if you look me up or know about me, you can see that this being an overachiever works. Like I have this huge studio. I'm working with Amazon. I've worked with Capital One in the past, Sally Beauty, just huge companies that in first year in business, I actually was able to work with because they saw my work. They saw how hard I worked. And yeah, it's just it's just amazing just to be able to push that boundaries that people don't really see you as doing. Because I also remember when I was in school, my teachers used to always be like, oh, you did this? And that really irked my nerves too, because I'm like, yes, I can do that. Do I have to look a certain way? But we can do it too. And that's my whole movement, is that me being a Black woman, and overall just being a Black woman, is that we can push the boundaries. We can go above and beyond. It doesn't have to look like mediocre, because we're not mediocre. We got magic all inside of us. And so I went to an advertising agency after I graduated college. I was there for about 3.5 years. And then I got fired. Can y'all believe that? I'm such a perfectionist. And so for someone to tell me that I wasn't perfect and that I wasn't good enough, that lit a fire within me. So when I first started my business, I was like, okay, I'm going to prove this person wrong. That I am what I am, and I know what I am. And so but then, like, now that I get further into my business, the fire is something different. It's not trying to prove someone that I'm better or that I'm not what they thought I was. Right now, I am wanting to inspire others. I want to push the boundaries. I want others to know that they can do it too. And so that is what I'm really, really passionate about right now. So other advice, after I graduated and went to the advertising agency for about 3.5 years, I got fired back in 2015. And then I started, I would say that I did cry a little bit. I did when I got fired. But then I went and I got my LLC that same day. I signed up and got my LLC. I went and got a monitor computer, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna jump out on faith. My God, like I give everything to God. Like God is the person that gave me all of this. Nothing without it. I mean, I can't do anything without Him. And so I forgot to tell y'all, but I actually prayed that morning before I got fired. I prayed that morning and asked Him, what should I do next? And that's when I got fired. No write-ups, no notifications. And so I was like, okay, God, so you basically pushing me out on faith. And like I said, I've been in business for 6 years. First year I worked with Sally Beauty, Boys and Girls Club, City of Dallas. It was just huge. Like I was like, okay, God, you really showing up and showing out. And so that, like I said, when I was talking about branding, that is what branding is. You need to show up and show out. If God can do that, you need to do that within yourself. So I know a lot of us don't know how to do like logos or business cards or photography or like finances or accountings. But I would say one advice is to barter. You should barter your services. And what I mean by that is, say for instance, you're an accountant, you do finances. So if you know someone that does finances or know how to do accounting, and then you're a graphic designer, maybe barter your services, like allow them to do your accounting and then they do your graphic design services. And so that was one of the things that kind of pushed me and molded me and was able to achieve what I have for right now, is when I didn't have the capital, when I didn't have the money for like I said, for a photographer or even a personal trainer when I was gaining weight, as an entrepreneur, we're really like into our work. And so so I would say I was gaining weight. And so I would like barter for personal training. And then I'll do the graphic design services. So yeah, I would say that will be the main thing that I did when I first started, is like really bartering my services, because like I said, I didn't have the finances or the means to do so, to outsource those services. And then I would also say my advice would be for any entrepreneurs is to, I know y'all probably heard this a lot, but really focus on your journey. Focus on the present. I would always say the present is your presence. Your presence, your present is your present. And what that means is that you just really need to hone in on the journey itself, just really walking through the journey, because I feel like that is the present within itself. Because you're really learning, you're really challenging yourself, your failures, you're looking back and learning different lessons. And that would be like one of the main advices, because I remember when, and I still get stuck on that too, that I want to like just zoom past, because I see other people like, oh my gosh, they're up on this status or whatever. And I learned not to draw, I learned to draw back and not really look at other people. And so that will be my main advice too, as well, is just, like I said, look at your journey, follow your own path. You can reach out for mentors and things of that nature, which you can reach out to me, but mainly you can look at their journey, but really just also focus on your main journey as well. But yeah, I don't know if y'all have any other, if y'all have any questions. I could probably, if y'all want to start sending over questions in the chat, or wanting to learn more about my branding agency or what I do here. Like I said, we are located here in Dallas, Texas. We do a lot of services such as graphic design, web design, photography, social media design. We actually just started doing app design development this year, so that's pretty exciting. And a lot of people also wonder if I'm behind the brand. Like, do I have a whole team, or is it just me? Because my business is called Cimone Creative Studio, and yes, I do have a team. I have a team of 4 in-house, and then I work with over 40 subcontractors globally, because we want to really touch on that culture and that diversity. And so we work with subcontractors internationally for our projects. So yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me see if I can see. So from Brianna, how did you know it was time to expand into a larger space from your initial studio space? So I'm a huge dreamer. And so I'm always looking for the next big space or next big thing. I started in like this place called Barter Property, and it had like a small suite. And then when I knew to expand is that my team was getting bigger. So I had an intern, and then the next suite was a little bit bigger, and then I had an intern and a part-time worker. And then I got a little bit bigger, and then I had 2 other people join my team. And yeah, it was just being able to, when your team expand or when your business expand, that's when I knew to grow my space. And another reason why I grew into a larger space too, because I have a co-working space. So I have my branding agency, as well as I wanted to share my office space for people that were entrepreneurs like me that didn't have a space to really thrive in, especially in the African American community. I wanted a space where, I wouldn't say I've made it, but I feel like I've been in business long enough to know that I can give them advice, or even like help them with their portfolio or any advice that they need on business. And so I wanted a place for us to really collaborate, really communicate, really share that knowledge, because like I said, I started my business 6 years ago. someone might walk into my office or my building and tell me something I don't even know. Like I had someone last year, I believe, we were talking about app design and I did not know anything about it. And so it was really great to be able to collaborate with that person, just learning the ins and outs of app design. So yeah, that's the reason why. Um, and then Bonnet, I believe that's how you say your name. Yes, I think this is a great idea. Bartering service can build your client base and a great way to feature each other's services. Okay. Yes, that is a really great idea. Brianna, also, when did you know it was time to hire? Did you have to barter initially? So when I knew it was time to hire is when I was working 24/7, which I still do, but it was getting very stressful. Like I was not sleeping at all. And then the amount of work, the volume of work that was coming in all at once. So what I mean by that is like the projects were increasing for that particular week or that particular month. And so I was like, okay, I need to figure out what I need to do, if I need a freelancer, if I need an intern, if I need a part-time person or whatever. I was like, I need someone that could help me so that I can increase bringing in the volume, like actually taking in the projects, and then that will increase my profit. So that is that. And then if you have a business, should you also, Kanisha, if you have a business, should you also be building your personal brand in addition to your business brand? So I have a friend that has been helping me with that. So I was mainly focusing on business branding. I wasn't really focusing on personal branding, but I knew if I ever, like on social media, if I needed like photography, then I probably needed to take it professionally, but sometimes I wasn't. And so I would say build your business brand and your personal brand, because nowadays y'all know that people are nosy. Like they're super nosy, and so they want to know who's behind the brand, and that shows your authenticity, because they'll get to follow the person that's behind the brand. They get to know who that person is, what they going out, like where they go out to eat or go clubbing or whatever the case may be. They really get to know and kind of like bond with that person and know that that's how you gain a loyal customer, if they really feel like they vibe with you, like they know who you are. So I would say build your personal brand with your business brand. I literally just started building my personal brand last year. So, and so that actually helped me with getting like a QuickBooks commercial. And because I was talking about when finances, where y'all can look at my YouTube. What was it? I got scammed out of $1,000. My second year in business or third year in business. I had reached out to a CPA and I got scammed. Like she took my money and I didn't even get the services. And so I made this video where I was working with learning QuickBooks. One of my friends learned new QuickBooks, and we sat down for like 30 minutes, and I learned how to work QuickBooks online. It was super easy. I don't know if that's because I'm a tech geek or whatever, but it was really easy for me. I would say, well, my cousin Tiffany, she said it was easy for her too, and she's a doctor. And so I would say that I would build my personal brand. I ended up getting a QuickBooks commercial off of that because I created a whole QuickBooks like 2-minute video talking about how they helped me and all that. And then they saw it. Well, we actually sent it in, and I got a QuickBooks article stating that I was what did it say? Something about I'm the next Mark Zuckerberg or something like that in the tech field, being 30 years old or under 30. I was 29 at the time last year. And so oh Lord, that really, sorry you guys. I'm sorry. I'm in my studio. I'm gonna be straightforward. A bird just hit my window. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So, anyways, I would say, what else? So yeah, I would say build my personal brand and business brand. Yes, you should. Um, did you use okay, so Tiffany, did you use your personal funds for capital to pay your employees when you first started or did Oh my gosh, yes. That is a great question. I forgot to tell y'all the most important thing. When you're working your 9 to 5 business, make sure your 9 to 5 is your investor. Think about them as being your investor. And as well as working your business from 5 to what did I do? Like 5 to like I don't know, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, I would work my business work 9 to 5. And then from 5 to so on, I would work my business. And so what I did, I had a plan. I told myself within 6 months, I'm going to see how much I can make. So within 4 months, I made $20,000. Now let me tell y'all, at the time, I was only making $40,000. So the math wasn't mathing. It was not mathing at all. So I was like, if I can make $20,000 in 4 months, imagine what I can make. Like, come on now. So I already knew that I was going to quit. And so yeah, I would say I made $20,000. I put it in a business account, and it said, "Did you use your personal funds for capital or pay your employees when you first started, or did you take out a loan?" So I would say one of my main advice too is investing within your business. A lot of people don't know this, but I just started paying myself probably like 2 years ago. I was investing in myself, going to like classes, like web design certificate. I got my web design certificate, and just investing back into the business. I was not paying myself at all, and so I did not get a loan or anything like that because I saved up my money. I saved up my money for it to get employees. I would say, yeah, saved up for employees, but you could take out a loan. Just make sure that the interest is really low for that. But I would say also, if there is someone that you really want to be on your team and they can change your business tremendously, I would think about taking out a loan because at the end of the day, that person can increase your profit. And I have been thinking about that too this year. How did you manage? Vonette says, "How did you manage the financials at the beginning? And now that you've expanded, how did you select your accountant or financial advisor?" It said, "How did you manage your financials at the beginning?" So, like I said, I was investing back into my business. Anything that I would gain from my business, I would put it back into my business account. I would not pay myself. And like I said, I did not know anything about finances. I would say this last year I was in a Goldman Sachs program. It's called the 10KSB program, and they helped me out tremendously because I didn't know nothing about finances. I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up, I did not know anything really about finance. All I knew was to put it back into the business. I wasn't budgeting or anything like that. I just put it back into the business. I guess I was just someone that I've always been like that. My family used to call me Grandmama Cimone because I just saved. I just always saved. I always was that type of person. And so it says, "How did you manage the finance?" So that's the only thing that I would really do. Like I said, put it back into the business. And now that you've expanded, how did you select your accountant or financial advisor? I told y'all before, I did horrible at that, finding somebody, but they do have QuickBooks advisors. I can, if y'all reach out to me, I can give y'all my CPA. His name is Kareem. I actually met him in the Goldman Sachs program. And like I said, they helped me out tremendously because now I know my financial forecasting for the next 5 years. And it's just amazing just learning about the growth, your business plan, your growth plan, like building it up, so that you can know how to hire, when to hire, what are your risk factors, networking with other business owners. I know when I'm a business owner, I get kind of lonely. Like you want someone to talk to that can give you advice on like, oh man, this employee, this and that, whatever the case may be. Like, how do I handle this? And so I really love, not to do a shameless plug, but I really did love Goldman Sachs program. They really taught me a lot through the 14 weeks. It was intense. I will tell y'all, it was very intense, but I would highly recommend that. First off, Thank you, idea. First off, you look fabulous. Secondly, is it better to design your own website if you have a little experience or should I hire someone? So I'm gonna answer that because okay, so I'm a little biased because I'm a graphic and web designer, and I would say to hire someone for your website. Like branding, I would say branding is the foundation. Think about branding is your foundation. Like this is your first impression. Like look at this. This is Brandon right here. Look at this. You say I look fabulous. This is branding because this is my first impression to y'all. And so I would say hire someone, but make sure you hire the right person. Reach out to me. I might, help you out on that. But or even at least give you creative direction on how to build your website because it needs to look professional. I feel like the number one reason a lot of people don't work with Black businesses is because of how they look. Like they don't look professional. It looks like they did it themselves, and they be excited and happy that they did it themselves, but it looked like they did it themselves. And so I just got to be real with y'all. Like we really need to take the initiative and be able to reach out. Like I said, barter with that person for that website. And then thirdly, my market is for teenage girls. So what are the best ways to market when the majority of people on my social media are adults? My market is for teenage girls. So what is the best way to market when the majority of people on my social media are adults? I would say possibly reach out to schools some way. If it's teenage girls, make sure you have like maybe it's some sort of media kit put together. And what I mean by that is basically, or a capability statement explaining who you are, what your mission is, what your values is, what your services is. And if it's like a pamphlet or a workbook or something like that, make sure you have it all put together in a nice little package to go to that school and go to the principal, whoever, that teacher, and show them what this is for. So I would do that. Lastly, what is the best design website to use? I currently use Oh Lord, currently use Canva. And how do you create a fun and interactive page? Okay, so Canva. I think I'm not gonna downplay Canva because they really been doing the most. Like it's actually been. They've been doing good. I would say the best way to design a website, I don't know if you're doing e-commerce, which is buying and selling, it would be Shopify. Or if you're doing, if you're just selling a service or something like that, or just wanting someone to know the general information about you or your business, I would say Squarespace, or that's like the easiest website to go, like website builder to go on. WordPress can be tricky, y'all, because even sometimes it's a little tricky for me too. But now that I know coding and everything like that, then it works well. I can work it. So I would mainly tell you to work on Squarespace, and like I said, if it's buying and selling, it would be Shopify. And then lastly, okay, that's what it is. Okay, so Jared, what is the legacy that you want to leave in 3 words? Oh Lord, okay, in 3 words. Ooh. That's interesting. You got me. I do not know. I just really want to inspire. That's my whole thing. I'm very passionate about inspiring others, showing them that we can do it. I know my mom is, well, just overall, we have family that I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like I want to be that main person that people can look up to, and like I said, and know that it is possible. That's what gets me going. That's what pushes me. So I can't really sum it up in 3 words. I'm not. I don't know if that really helps you, but it's just really building that, being able to allow us to know that we can like invest in things, that we can uplift each other, because I know that we're very ego driven as a culture and very competitive, and I just want to be that person. Like when you come to my studio, leave that at the door, and when you come in, we gonna work together. Like we really need that for us. Every culture does that except us. And so I really want that to be the legacy that I'm leaving. The echo, the echo, which is I'm trying to start, is being able to talk to the other generation, like leave that legacy, leave that that main commitment is being able to allow us to have a business, to have a house, to have a real estate, to know about finances, and leave that echo so that it can carry on from generations to generations. Um, so I hope that, I know that wasn't 3 words, but hopefully you can sum it up. Okay, so girl, that V said, "Oh, girl, that is half a year's salary. Congrats. I will look up that program." Okay, thanks for sharing. Yes, go 10ksb.com. Wow, this is amazing, India. Brianna is so true. Needs someone to understand. Um, oh, first impressions or last impression? Yes, that is true. um, so V, okay, what is this going to cost? Like 500, and what would a web designer be willing to barter? I love how she's tangible advice. It's not vague at all. Okay, thank you. So what is it going to cost? Okay, so for me, like I said, I might have to hook you up. I don't know. I don't know. But no, reach out to me and I will look over what you're needing, and maybe I can go to someone that I know that do websites, and maybe I could just be the creative director over it. But websites usually start out at, I would say, maybe 15 to 1800, and then it can go all the way up to like 50, 60, $70,000. But it just depends on the complexity of the website. You could find some people that do it for 500 or 300 or 200, but it's, you get what you pay for, or they just don't know their worth. So yeah, I'm trying to think. In these words, it might be yes, you can. Okay, Cena. A lot of brand agencies require huge budgets. How can small professional brands work? Oh, she asked me for the bartering. I forgot. What would web designers be what would they be willing to barter? I guess it just depends on your services. What type of services you're willing to offer, or what your services are. I mean, like I said, it could be accounting, it could be a personal trainer, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what your skill set is. So whatever your skill set is, find a web designer that is willing to barter with your specific skill set. Or maybe it's products. I don't know if you're a service product based. Maybe say, hey, I'll give you some of my products if we can exchange services. So yeah. So Cena, a lot of branding agencies require huge budgets, and yes, that's true. How can smaller professional brands work with agencies to focus on niche sections like social media managers or influencers? So I would find freelancers, and do not go to 99 Designs or whatever, like or you can even go to Fiverr. I hate to say that, but like if you do go to Fiverr, look for the pro. Look for the pro where it says pro. They've earned that badge because they have, a really great review or something like that. I would go after freelancers instead of a huge branding agency. And for social media, I'm gonna shout out Jasmine Berry, Spooky Consultant. She's amazing at what she do, and Crowns of Wisdom. So how can we reach out? You can reach out. I can type it in, but you can reach out at Cimone Key Creative Studio. You see my brand in the back. Cimone Key Creative Studio. Info at CK Creative Studio. You can reach out, admin at CK Creative Studio. That's my assistant, Nasia. Shout out to Nasia. And then what's the way to reach you? Okay. Oh, okay, Brianna. Thank you. Put my website in there. And Jared. Okay, look at that. Okay. Okay, great. Does anybody else have any questions before it ends? I don't even know what time it is, but oh, Jasmine. So Jasmine Berry, Spooky Consulting. She's here, based out in Dallas, Texas. She's amazing what she do, as well as Crowns of Wisdom by Brandon and Siobhan. Do y'all have anything else? I think I see some other people saying things. Yeah, Jasmine Berry, Spooky Consulting Company. V, what is step one? Do I open a bank account? Trademarking? Just posting on Amazon. What is step one? So, do I open a bank account? Okay, so step one is, I don't know if you're still in a 9 to 5 job, but I would invest from your 9 to 5. Put a little bit back into a bank account. And I would open. Well, at first I just did my savings account and put it back, and then that's when I had the $20,000. And then when I was ready, well, I got fired, but I was gonna quit a couple months later. But I opened a bank account and put my money in that business account, and then I was able to have a business credit card over $25,000. Now I ain't gonna say, I'm not saying to spend it or whatever, but it's good. Like if you are needing any type of office materials, or you're able to build up business credit. And at the end of the day, that's what you really need is business credit. And then when you really get up, start making money and all that, I would say you can, if you're looking for a car, you can buy a SUV up to 600 pounds, and you can do a complete tax write-off. This is a lot of stuff that people do not know. Our culture, African Americans, we do not know these things. But I mean, yeah, if you buy that car, you can do a complete tax write-off on that, and it'll be a part of your business. Okay, Siobhan. She put her website on there. You didn't get an LLC before opening the business. Oh, yes. You have to have an LLC. Yes. So step one, get an LLC. Remember I told you the first day when I got fired? Well, the next day I went on SOS web. I forgot web file. It's the state of Texas. And everyone has this website. You go online and fill out for your LLC. It took about, what did it take? Like digitally, 3 to 5 days, I believe, and you got your LLC certificate. And then you're able to open up your business account. And then when you have your great, amazing branding by me, you can trademark it. So I can help you with that. It's through LegalZoom. That's what we use. And trademarking at the time, I sound so old, which is weird. It was like $500 for trademarking your logo, but I think now it's like maybe 7 or 8, or they have tiers now. So I will go on LegalZoom to trademark your logo. And then what else would there be? Also set up your sales tax and make sure your accounting is set up. I would say the main person that you probably would want to hire is the person, one is to help you with your finances, and then 2 is the person that, I love this advice, someone gave it to me, the things that you hate to do or you're not good at. So I hate doing sales or trying to persuade someone to go with my business. So I would hire like someone that is in sales. Or what I did, I needed an extra hand to be able to gain more profit into the business. I got another graphic designer, an intern or something to help me. So yeah. What else? I just booked an appointment. I look forward to speaking with you. Oh, okay. I look forward to speaking with you too. I believe we're over our time, but I would say if you all want to reach back out to me, you can go on CimoneKey.com. I'm actually starting a masterclass this fall. And so it'll tell you about how to like start a business, how to like my own journey of a business. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited to create a class for entrepreneurs, for just anybody, creative entrepreneurs, people of color, just us to really show my journey of what I did so that you all can be successful too. So you can go on CimoneKey.com, follow me on YouTube. I don't want to do the social media stuff, but yeah, you can follow me on all the social media channels, and email me at info@CKCreativeStudio. So yeah, this was really fun, and I am so excited. Shout out to Marty and Boss Women Media, and all of the presenters, Amazon, Capital One, Cream of Nature. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So bye y'all.